My topic is information system and data center model for e-learning. So, Professor Khan told about NKN. Then, without data centers, we cannot use at larger extent the NKN, the development of the NKN or the facility. So, we have to have, or you can say each centers or each institutes have to have model their data centers. As far as information is concerned, this has been emerging since last 20 years in India. But as far as enterprise information system is concerned, as we go for internet, then internet and then extranet, the explosion of information is always there. So, you see, but keeping in mind, we are going to teach the children's or the user of that. So, it might be a learner of any age. Okay, a debate will be going on whether it up to the 8th level it should be there or not, as Shiv Kumar ji and Madam Ghosh has contrary in their views that one should learn through tablets and then one should not have tablets before 8th standard. Okay, this debate will go on. Okay, उनके पास बहुत सारे बहाने होंगे अमेरिकन्स के पास कि उसको फॉलो ना करने के, लेकिन हमारे पास कुछ बहाने हैं कि उसको हम अडॉप्ट कर सकें. सो दीज आर सम, देयर आर सेवरल इश्यूज, डिबेट चलती रहेगी उसमें, लेकिन हम अब ये चाह रहे हैं कि कैसे हम हाउ टू inculcate all these facilities in our day-to-day learning process. So, many things has been spoken regarding the facilities, but the main creator is the teacher, and as Madam Ghosh told that he is supposed to tailor the content of the lecture or the syllabus, what he will teach in the class heavily depend on the teacher. So he is the container of the contents, and then contents what he will develop, he will customize according to the learner. Okay, with the advent of internet and World Wide Web, the growth of information has brought a major problem for its instant access in the desired form. So data has to be compiled in such a way that it becomes a usable information. Until unless it comes in the form of a value, then it becomes the information, otherwise it's a waste. So, to replace the conventional collaborative environment, the demand of data sharing on the web, online synchronous communication among learners and instructor is required. So here, sharing and communication, these are the two important factors what should be tackled by the data centers. So data centers has now emerged as a vital component for any organization to maintain and manage properly, so that this information would be available and accessed for the present and future operations in a desired way and the location in optimum time. So we will go through the enterprise-wide information system, then we will discuss about data center model, and then benefits accruing out of it, and then challenges with conclusion. So we cannot forget these three laws: Moore's laws, Gilliland laws, and Metcalfe laws. Moore's laws, he said, or you can say he predicted about every 18 months the processing power will get doubled. Gilliland's law, he envisaged that the bandwidth will get tripled by every 12 months, whereas Metcalfe law, he thought that the value of a network is proportional to the square of the number of nodes. So these three laws are still relevant and showing there is still, you can say, appropriateness, or might be from software side or hardware side, they are coming true. Their sayings are coming true. Because we are going from, you can say, large size to smaller size, miniaturization of the chips by using several kind of materials, for example, semiconductors, and primarily beginning in the formation of chips. Then we are supposed to move to use superconductor materials. They are naturally will help in storage as well as for the communication purposes. So personal intelligence and local effectiveness will be enhanced significantly through efforts, connections to the vast resources of the internet. Following introduction of privately run internet services and its further expansion, a drastic impact is being observed on the working culture of e-learning of web-based learning systems. So this will increase the instant communication and building the information storage and delivery system within the institutions. Then exchange of information becomes inevitable if you go or if we go for the externet. Then with this effect, a greater amount of information and knowledge, its management has been discussed with the help of a model consisting of 36 components. So some years back, we had a meeting in the Helsinki, Finland. There was a group. I was also one of the member of that group. We designed a model, the item competence model. So in that model, we took the 4-dimension approach: the information, technology, education, and management. And with these 3 dimensions, they were discussed at 3 levels: the operational level, tactical level, and then strategical level. And with 3 sophistication approach, starting from initiation, then is expansion, and then with embedded features. So if with all these 3 parameters, 36 you can say components of a matrix is drawn, and to handle about these all components, it becomes a very tedious job. So the learner's requirements should be you can say response in efficiently in a flexible manner with having robust technological background, or you can say infrastructure. This way the data center could facilitate the educational institutions to focus on infrastructure oriented services rather than underlying technology that enables these services. That you can say that should be service oriented infrastructure. So this approach will enable to move towards dynamic infrastructure with greater flexibility and agility. So I will come directly on the data center. So depending on the information leads to the growth of information for the business. So okay, so far the technological advancement are being done or achieved keeping in mind the industrial growth or business growth. So that should be a shift towards the e-learning. So what the advancement going on the technical side for the business purpose, this should be think for the e-learning processes, and then for e-learning processes changes will be done accordingly. For example, information lifecycle management is required for the business purpose will entirely different if we go for the e-learning process. So the core element of DC can be treated as a storage of information which is associated with operating system, operating on databases, communication support, and technologies. So the hard part is the information storage, and then another very important is the communication. So whenever we are going to establish a data center, we should emphasize on 2 factors only. First is the storage, and then another is the networking for the communication side. So a robust and resilient information infrastructure is required to meet the business priority. Here the e-learning and the competitive advantage also. So as far as till date is concerned, only 80%, or you can say 20% data has been structured, or 80% is remain, and I think not 100% can be structured, because there might be some document and PDF and other text files will be remaining there. They will be treated as unstructured, but up to 70 or 80% we can structure the data so as to consolidate our databases. It will increase the performance of the data center, as well as will help in automation. So the benefits, if we look, by embracing the changes required, if you go to procure all these you can say software and hardware, as far as storage and communication and networking infrastructure is required, will certainly provide various kind of benefits to the learner as well as the educational provider. Data sharing problems can be resolved, and in turn provides the quality of information delivered. Communication problems can also be tackled towards the interoperability issues. Technology is coming, for example, Java has given the kind of technology through which we can, the barrier of interoperability is removed, and another kind of standard like XML, another facility, through this mode we can share the data on any platform. So with the help of virtualization, data consolidation and server and network management can be achieved to optimize the resource up to a greater extent. So now I will conclude. What we require: the service oriented system, storage and delivery and network management. This will certainly improve performance and also provide a competitive edge for the e-learner. So an efficient, flexible and robust technological infrastructure is required to enable the massive scalability and dynamic responsiveness. Towards consolidation, storage, more efforts will be required. Utilization and operating cost are also increased. That is the another factor we have to pay for that also. Thank you.